Welcome back to Punch Drunk Nerd, the podcast where three friends, three amigos, three bambinos come together, talk about nerd shit. This week, we're talking a lot about trailers. We're talking about some news, what we're into. But before we do all that, let's introduce ourselves. I'm Luis Gonzalez, and with me is
Miguel Sanchez.
And Ed Bull.
And let's get right into it. It's the summertime, all right? It's the time to go see movies. It's time to go hang out with friends. And it's also time for the summer movie wager. Last week, we brought Benny, the champion Watts, to the episode. And, we made our bets on what movie was going to be the #1 box office hit. The summer just began and released with The Devil Wears Prada 2. So we're going to do our quick little box office updates here. Currently on a Wednesday, May 6th, when we record, The Devil Wears Prada 2 is clearly winning at $90,000.
No.
Wait, 90 million. I did that last time.
You did.
I look at the last three numbers as like the decimal, and it's actually just a comma. 90 million. Guys, let's say, what do we think about Devil Wears Prada 2 at 90 mil? Is this where we thought it was going to be?
Yeah.
I think the opening, I think we all thought it would have a good opening. It's the first movie of the summer, literally.
People want, they want to go see something, you know?
Yeah, and they tied it in with the Met Gala weekend. So.
Oh, that's okay.
So it was a fun blend. But you know what? I didn't see this movie. Sarah actually just confirmed with me that she didn't want to see it either. She's like, I'm not rushing to see it. I was like, that's fair. We don't have to go see it.
As long as it hits right in the middle, that's all I need. Number 6, I think.
As long as it hits right towards the bottom. That's right where I need it. Like,
guys,
don't make any more
money.
It's not
going to be
devil.
the bottom movie of the summer, I'll tell you that.
No.
It made good money. I know it made good money, but I can see them. Like we're going to start seeing all these other big heavy hitters coming soon.
Sure.
But yeah, we'll see what legs it has.
Next one coming up, Mortal Kombat 2 and The Sheep Detective, which is getting a lot of great reviews.
I've seen like.
I haven't seen a lot of.
Okay, never mind. My bad. Then,
it's just like it's charming.
I don't think Mortal Kombat 2 is really going to go very high either. I think it's going to be. I mean, I'm just saying I haven't heard anyone be like, "Oh my god, I can't wait to see Mortal Kombat 2."
Absolutely.
That's all I'm saying.
I think the highest praise I've seen is like it's better than the first one. It's like, all right,
all right.
Cool. It made a lot of money last time it came out during the pandemic. It was like day to date or whatever, which was like it released in theaters and on HBO Max at the same time. Yeah, and it made like 8 million, whatever, just during COVID times. So
the fact that they could greenlight a sequel is crazy. You know,
I would be lying if I said I didn't have an IMAX ticket to go see it on Friday. And guess who brought it up? Not I. It was our friend Josh Brown. He wanted to go see it. I was like, all right, fuck it.
In IMAX?
In IMAX. I was surprised. I was like, this is what you go out for?
That's surprising. I'm going to message him about that.
Give him shit, yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm curiously...
Could be fun.
Like, I just want it to be a fun, silly movie. You know, I want it to be a good time. I don't want it to be so stupid and abysmal that I don't get any enjoyment out of it. You know?
Yeah.
It's got Carl Urban. I feel like if he's in it, it's going to be like...
It's got something, right?
Yeah.
It's got something going for it. And who doesn't like a bit of unnecessary gore? So...
Great.
But will it dethrone The Devil Wears Prada, though? You know what I mean?
That's the question, isn't it?
I think Devil Wears Prada is going to hold
number one?
I think so. For at least 2 weeks, the first 2 weekends it's out, I think so. That's my guess.
That's a good guess. Yeah.
Hey, it's the summer movie wager.
You guys act like I have stake in this movie. Like,
let's wager
financially. I don't.
I'll take that bet, Miguel. I will say Mortal Kombat 2 will come out on top.
Okay, fair. I don't. Yeah, all right. This is the year I don't want to gamble anymore.
Me.
You know, the economy's in the shitter. Gas is $5 a gallon. I don't want to put money on anything.
This one.
That's pretty good
for you.
Yeah, pretty.
We'll
good.
talk about.
It's good thing I have a Costco membership now.
Oh yeah,
Costco member. Fall Guy opened up last year. No shit, that was 2024. God damn, what was 2025? Well, anyway, Fall Guy opened up to a 28 million domestically during this time. So pretty different from Devil Wears Prada. What was last year's?
The first one?
I think it's crazy.
Thunderbolts, wasn't it?
It was what?
Thunderbolts?
Oh, yeah. Thunderbolts, I think, was one of the first ones of the summer last year. Because I remember making
last year?
Yeah. I remember making the comment that the Guardians the year before did so well it had legs, and I remember Benny laughing at me when I said that. He was like, "This is not Guardians 3." I was like, "Okay, Benny. I don't know why." Hey, Benny, nice to meet you, man. I don't know why you make me feel like a piece of shit.
I don't know why Luis invited you in the first place.
Oh, so Luis's friends are bullies. Okay, cool.
And you're going to take our belt. That's nice.
Oh, sweet, great.
So I actually have the belt in my hand. Well, it's like in a box. I haven't opened it because I feel like that's stolen valor. So I'm just leaving it in the box until like somebody wins, and then I'm just going to ship it there.
Did he bring it to you?
Yeah, he brought it to me. You know, he's a traveling boy, and you know, he didn't want to bring harm to the belt, so I'm holding on to it, kind of like a peacekeeper.
It's in a neutral zone right now.
Did you guys have like a passing off ceremony?
We did. We had candles and dancers. It was beautiful.
They kissed on the lips.
Yeah.
Just the dancers being your spouses, just dancing around you guys in circles.
So yeah, there you go. Good job. Devil Wears Prada 2. We'll tune in next week to see how everyone else is doing. And what else we got list here?
Okay, Fantastic Four director and writer to work out next Planet of the Apes movie.
Ed, what is this all about?
That news dropped today. So it looks like they are proceeding with the Planet of the Apes franchise from Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. As everybody recalls, we had our own little ranking of the Planet of the Apes movies 2 years back. Was it 2 years?
Yeah.
So they're moving ahead, this time with the director Matt Shakman, who directed Fantastic Four, First Steps. Coming from written by Josh Friedman, who also wrote the screenplay for Fantastic Four, but also he did the story for Fire and Ash. He actually did write the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes too. So this isn't the first time he's working on an Apes movie, and then some other movies that we don't need to talk about. But
this Matt Shakman guy, like he's just want to say, like, I keep seeing his name pop up, and it always felt like it was somewhere small here, small there. And he's just building momentum. I mean, I'm going to go backwards in time. Yes, Fantastic Four, but before that, he did WandaVision. That was, I think he showrunned it, WandaVision. And so they trusted him to give him Fantastic Four. And before that, he did episode of The Great, episode of Succession, episode of The Boys, episode of Billions, 2 episodes of Game of Thrones, 43 episodes of It's Always Sunny. So it's like he's been kind of climbing the ladder. 5 episodes of Psych, 1 episode of Mad Men, 1 episode of New Girl. Keep going. Chuck, Weeds, Ugly. And the dude's been in the game, and now he's 6 feet under.
Whoa.
Wow. He's dead. He died?
Yeah. One Tree Hill. Yeah, so this guy came from the bottom, and now he is here. Matt Shakman. Look at that.
Got his own movie.
Sorry, I just want to geek out about that a little bit.
No, yeah. It gives me a little bit more hope with the sequel. I enjoyed Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. So I'm looking forward to see where they take this story.
Did you finish that movie, Miguel?
Yeah, in theaters.
Were you tie-tie?
Let's go to trailer talk. I love that. Thank you so much for those news. Ted Lasso is back. Season 4.
Believe.
What a weird thing that's happening here. I just feel like I can't shake the feeling that, because I know it is, but I can't shake off the dirt of like, this was made because Apple TV wanted like more money again, you know? They gave him more money, and it was a story that was supposed to wrap at season 3, and they're like, please come back. They did it, and they're like, okay, this time it's with women.
Was it supposed to wrap in season 3, or were they just doing it because of the times, which was a pandemic, followed by like a writer's strike and an actor's strike and all of that?
When they started off the show, they knew it was going to be 3 seasons, and they knew how it was going to end.
Right.
And so that's why it was like a very much like, we know what we're doing, we're going in, and then we're dipping out. And then it was just very much like, Ted Lasso, we're going to do a sequel or a spin-off, and then it just became a direct reboot.
I'll just say this. I adored Ted Lasso, it was like a warm hug of a show that was there at the right time. And I know some people have some quibbles with that final season, but as far as like, the cynical Hollywood like machine is, of all the cynical things, I'll take Ted Lasso back, and I hope that we just have some more grand adventures and a lovely time with some lovely people that I enjoy hanging out with within the show, and some new characters. They this time tackling the girls' team. Great, let's go. I want to be in that company again, and I just hope it. Above all, I just want it to live up to those first 3 seasons. But am I like mad about seeing it continue? No, I'm happy.
I guess it's like you're there for the characters. You're there to have a good time. It's like why I like New Girl, because you like to just be with those people. Right. And I think if that's like what you're interested in, I'm sure you'll have a great time. It just feels like such a corporate play of them coming back, and then it just feels like 2014 corporate wokeness, where it's like now we're going to pivot. Not to say I don't want this type of story, like diverse storytelling at all, but it's just like when you pair it with so many things of like, when they started Ted Lasso, they spent years working on those 3 seasons and knowing where it's going to go. And then it's like Apple shows up. It's like, okay, I need you to quickly make up a 4th season. I know you are not ready, but let's go for it. And not to say that they're not talented, these writers, or they can't bring the magic. I think they can, and the characters are there. And so they're well defined. And so you can have a good time with them. But it just stinks of a corporateness that I can't shake. You know what I mean? Who knows? I might watch it and love it, but that's just like my feeling going into this.
It's been 3 years since the third season that is wrapped or premiered. Yeah. March 2023. So yeah, I don't know. Like you said, hopefully they got a good story out of it, and it's the same people writing it, so hopefully the same love and attention will be given it. But I get it. Yeah, I get your point. I would be agreeing with basically anything, any other project. Yeah.
Miguel, anything?
I'm probably
I'm
probably gonna
holding
see it.
for you.
Yeah. No, I know. I didn't see the trailer. I kind of in Luis's camp of like, I don't really want to revisit because of the gross feeling it feels like. Yeah, of like just like money grab of it all. But I mean, it could be good. What I'll do is I'll wait for Ed. Ed is going to have, I can't remember. Do they drop all those episodes at once, or is it a weekly thing?
I think it's weekly.
And we'll hear about it for like 8 weeks in a row, and then by then I'll know.
Yeah.
Then I'll know. Okay, yeah, this was good.
I mean, I could say it's great right off the bat, but you still won't watch it.
Well, it's true. I have a track record of not watching the things you recommend.
100%, especially shows. Yeah.
Who has the time?
I know.
One thing Miguel was excited about was Resident Evil.
I kind of liked
Zach
that
Cregger.
one.
Oh yeah.
So, well, obviously, coming off hot of the weapons love, he's been slowly like kind of building that like audience from Barbarian to Weapons. Didn't he have something before Barbarian? But anyway, it's he's clearly built an audience, and I love that he's kind of taken the Resident Evil franchise and made it a little bit smaller because we all remember like they made like 1 million of those movies, and they were I haven't actually never seen any of them, but the reception was getting worse and worse towards the end there.
Yeah.
So I liked the smallness of this trailer. I like that it's focusing on the one guy who was in Weapons. Also, he was really good in Weapons. But
and
I thought Yep. I thought the tone was really good. It was scary. It felt, Luis, back me up here, but like it felt like a video game at times, but in kind of like the best way possible. I think most of the time that's an insult or like a detriment to the project. But it was like, whoa, some of these angles are like just ripped straight out of a third person video game character.
You know what shot did it for me was when he's running down the street and the camera's following him from behind and he's running and then the bodies are falling from the sky and hitting the cars.
Yeah.
it feels like a cutscene that I'm running through, and it feels like, oh my god, like I had to like feel, I had to like, oh, where's my controller kind of feeling.
I mean, him walking up to like the police car, that was like, I mean, it felt like so many of those games that I've played. I mean, I played Alan Wake 2 not too long ago, and that was a very similar vibe from that one shot, and I was just like, whoa, this looks really good. This is like, like I said, yeah, and like I said, I've never seen a Resident Evil movie, and this might be the first one. I'm in theaters of all that too. So yeah, no, I thought this looked really good. Like I said, he's built an audience, and I guess I'm one of them. So I'm gonna go see this one. When does it come out?
September 18th.
Just outside of the summer.
Alas,
this happens in parallel with the like events of Resident Evil 2. When there's the outbreak in Raccoon City. So if you've played Resident Evil 2, then this will happen parallel to all that mess. Yeah, it looks really good.
Which I love. Sorry, I know I kind of rambled already, but to that point, I love when someone wants to play in the world of whatever has already been previously established, but doesn't say you have to like adapt a certain storyline or bring in the exact same characters, or it has to look exactly like XYZ. I've said this thing all the time, but like comic book accuracy, same with video games. And it's like, I want a story in the world that feels unique and fresh. That's not just a rehash of something I've already seen, you know?
Right.
I think that's why some video game adaptations, like The Last of Us, the TV show, you know, sometimes it struggles because what happens is the audience wanted, you know, a certain thing and they tried to copy it, but then it just doesn't look the same. And then it's like, oh, it doesn't feel the same. And now I'm going to bitch. So I especially a director like this who is like making a name for himself and can like play in this like horror world in a completely unique way. He's like, don't chain him down to like a specific source material. Let him have a little fun too. So
yeah,
I'll stop rambling now.
No, that's great.
That's great.
I wasn't ready for you guys for me to talk that much about that.
You said you were just gonna sit back and relach. Now
sit back and watch. That's about all you're gonna get from me this episode too. So
what an episode, guys! You know,
guys, let's wrap up. He's done. I got things to do.
Okay. I'll be honest. On this next one, I didn't watch it because I felt like I got enough of it in the first trailer to, you know, like I know enough about the franchise. I don't need to see more that might ultimately put me off just because of the gnarliness.
I mean, talking about what Miguel was saying, it's like when you do a remake or you reinterpret something, you know, you want it to be a little bit different, something fresh. And that's what kind of like this whole Evil Dead reboot has done, where it's a lot more grounded and bloodier and scarier and intense and like a lot of like fucked up shit that you don't want to see. When the kind of first Evil Dead was like kind of a little silly, a little campy, and you get, you know, kind of a different interpretation of that and the franchise that's doing well. So they really like leaned into their personality ever since the last one. And they're running for it. So
I don't keep up. Again, I've never seen Evil Dead. What is this franchise? Is it zombies? What is it?
It's like demons, possession.
Okay.
This new one kind of falls off. I'm assuming the one most recent, which was Evil Dead Rise, which was done by Lee Cronin, who did the Mummy.
Lee Cronin's Evil Dead Rises.
Yeah, and that one was I'm not a big fan of the Evil Dead franchise, but I enjoyed that one. I thought it was like Louis said, gnarlier, a little bit more grounded, a little more intense, a little more gory. So this definitely seems to be in line with that. They made like a bit of a splash. And I guess I meant to ask Luis about this because I know how much you love one like tracking shots. But the first trailer they did was like a tracking shot for this in the scene, a oneer, and it was it was fine, but just that kind of. So I was like, in my mind, I was like, this has to be like maybe the opening of the movie or something. It'll be like a continuation from this. Or be like in Evil Dead Rise the day before,
Right.
where the story kicks off.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Great.
When
is that coming out?
This comes out July 10th. This is
Damn.
within the summer. So it'll be interesting to see how well that one
Was
does.
that on anyone's list? Did anyone put
I had
it
it
on
as
the
a
list?
dark horse.
Dark horse. Yes.
A dark horse.
Hey.
The Evil Dead Rise made just shy of like 100 mil, I think. Like around
I think
90.
it's also in mine too. Look at
In your
that.
dark horses?
Yeah.
Yes, the dark horse. So yeah.
Okay.
That looks fun. All right, the big one of the week. Now, me and Miguel have said we're not going to watch these trailers. Even Luis said I shouldn't watch this trailer. Just to stay away from spoilers from a 1,000-year-old text. But
Fair enough. Fair enough.
but you know, for movie surprises, you never know what Chris Nolan is going to do. So, and though I trust him to keep spoilers out of his trailers, you just never know. So, Luis, you saw the latest trailer.
I did.
For the Odyssey. It's about 2.5 minutes long.
Yeah.
Share those thoughts.
Well, hold on. I know Miguel doesn't want to hear too much about this. So I wanted to say something that will not reveal, my feelings about the trailer itself. It's just kind of like a very third point view is this thing was shot entirely with an IMAX camera. Okay.
Hell yeah.
If you've seen an IMAX movie in a true IMAX theater, this thing is tall, it's beautiful, it's chunky monkey. And, when something is filmed fully in IMAX, I would love to see a fully IMAX like aspect ratio trailer. Because when I got the widescreen ass bars, I'm like, this is bullshit. I want to see an IMAX version trailer. So that was the very first reaction I had with this whole thing, where it's like, you have that extra space. This is digital. Why are we showing the widescreen version when I want the IMAX aspect ratio version? We can have so much fuller scale and scope.
Hang on.
Sorry.
Doesn't that kind of answer your own question though? Because you want to go, that in itself, it would be like a spoiler kind of. It's like, no, we want you to enjoy the experience the first time you watch it. So boom, we're holding back so that the reveal is incredible.
Yeah, like they're just looking up.
You don't know what's in the corner of that screen.
Like this. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to take the wind out of your sails on that, Luis. I just was.
Hey, you're an idiot, real quick. No,
hang on. Hang on, dumbass. Actually,
yeah. No, that's what I was thinking. That's how I feel about it. So I'm not going to say anything else about the trailer because I know you guys haven't seen it, and that's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
But did it? Okay.
I was going to say, to hang a whole negative opinion just on the format of the trailer.
Well, as it kept playing, I was like, all right, this started irritating me even more and more because I could feel the framing being cut off. It's like, oh my God, it's like there's shit at the top.
Matt Damon's head cuts there. You're like,
yeah.
The Cyclops is right here. Well, very good. I mean, overall, though, with what's the content within the trailer, did it seem promising? We're too distracted.
I will say, I guess. Do you want? I'm already kind of showing my cards here. 50-50.
Okay. All right.
I think outside of the trailer itself, I will say this, that maybe it doesn't have to do with the content of the trailer, but I don't know how sold I am on the cast yet.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it's like,
it's a mix.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. You know what's missing? Michael Caine.
I was thinking about him recently. Like in Tenet, he was just already, respectfully, he's
on
getting up there.
Out. Yeah.
Well,
not there, on his way out of the movies.
Okay.
So this is my last scene. But yeah, I don't know what he would have played, but yeah, who knows? You know what is getting me excited about this is just the Christopher Nolan of it all, the attempt of practical effects. I just want to know, I'm looking forward to see where he goes with the more mythological stuff, and are we going to see some cool Harryhausen effects, using models and puppets and stuff for some monsters, and I'm really looking forward to see how he does that and puts that on the IMAX screen,
Yeah.
I'm just dead excited. I hope it doesn't disappoint. I hope it's not bland like Tenet or Dunkirk. I just want, and that's always my concern. I like it because Christopher Nolan is that kind of director. Your expectations hang by a thread every time a new movie releases. I wasn't sure how Oppenheimer was going to go. And I was like, what felt like one of his first more like talky, dramatic movies. And I mean, for me anyway, it paid off. Like it was really engrossing. But yeah, you just never know how it's going to go. So
yeah.
But I am excited just to see what he has in store.
I mean, I know those images have been circulating a little bit, but I mean, they've shown the image of the Cyclops floating around.
Ooh, I'm trying to avoid that.
Okay, great.
No, you can talk about it. I just
you get a glimpse of him in like
I always want to bring it up if you saw it.
Yeah. We all know that the Cyclops is in it.
Right. Yeah, to your point, I know it's a kind of a joke, but it's like, it's like a 1,000-year-old text. Like these are spoilers you could just like look up on Wikipedia or whatever.
Right.
But it is kind of like, well, it's almost here. Why can't I just
how he
wait
presents
and see
it?
it?
That's
the execution is what's kind of curious about it, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't want to see too much ahead of time. We, of course, already have seen some Nolan isms just in the marketing. Of course, embers on the poster.
Mm-hmm.
The man loves a fire.
I do not love that poster, I'll say that, but I feel that way about most of his posters, I think.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Luis, you were kind of cracking me up because Ed sent that link of Nolan on Colbert, I think it was.
Yeah.
And the first sentence was, well, it's told in a non-linear fashion. And you were like, Jesus fucking Christ. It's like, yeah, I mean, it's we know, Nolan. We know.
Imagine if it was told non-linear and then he took it back to linear.
Yeah.
That's his twist on it.
You're like, wait, why did we just go from A to B like that? Hold on. That was
wait a second.
What a twist! What the fuck? He's been doing the opposite this whole time.
Did Jonathan do this one? No, this is
yeah. That one comes out like July 20 something.
We'll be there.
July.
Google it.
7/17/26. There you go. All right, this next trailer, Ed.
Tony.
Talk about Tony.
This is the movie Tony about.
Don't spoil it until the very end.
Oh, word. Okay. So this is coming from Matt Johnson. We all know Matt Johnson. He's been on our radars this year, courtesy of Luis. He was the brains behind Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie. Which
also did the movie Blackberry.
And Blackberry, which I haven't seen. And I didn't realize he directed that.
Mm-hmm. He's in it.
Have you seen that, Luis?
Uh-huh.
And you liked it?
Yeah, I did.
What the fuck? He did that movie? Yeah. That movie got like surprisingly good response, you know?
Yeah.
I know it didn't like do box office like great. Well, that was a fuked up sentence.
It did do like box office
like me a little bit.
Okay? It's been a long ass day, you guys. I know. I never would have guessed that because like Nirvana, the band, the movie, all that is just like it's shot so guerrilla style, and like Blackberry seems like a put together movie.
Yeah.
And now I'm starting to understand the way he talks, and I'm like, oh, you really are like you do get how to do this, you know? Because sometimes
you're a professional.
Sometimes I'm like, because I don't know him all too well, but it's just sometimes I think he comes across as like, ooh, a little arrogant, but maybe it's like a genius arrogance, you know, like he.
Oh, interesting. I've never even thought of him that way when I hear him in interviews.
I don't know. I don't mean it like super negatively. I think he's very fascinating and has interesting things to say. But sometimes like the vibe I get is like he seems like a little bit of a steamroller. Like anytime the other guy for Nirvana at least would talk, he would kind of jump over him. But then I was starting to realize like that's how that crew seems to work. Like they just kind of understand that he is like the driving force, and they all kind of play around that. I'm getting off. I'm sorry. I'm ranting on a chat. Whatever.
Well, Tony.
Sorry. Yeah.
His latest feature follows a 19-year-old who travels to Provincetown and stumbles into the chaotic world of a restaurant kitchen.
He wants to be a writer.
He wants to be a writer, but he lands in a kitchen, setting up a summer that will shape the course of his life. This also stars Dominic Sessa. I think I'm saying that right. Famous from The Holdovers. You guys like that one?
Yeah.
Instant
and Antonio Banderas.
And who else?
And who else?
Who else, Ed?
Amelia
Stabby
Jones.
Boy.
There you go.
Stabby Boy.
Very important.
Stavros.
Yeah.
Halkias.
Oh, yeah. We're talking about the Coda girl.
Ed, the Coda girl.
Coda girl and Begonia guy. What? And that 19-year-old boy, if you didn't get it, is Anthony Bourdain.
Okay.
It's not. That movie's not about Tony Hawk. Get the fuck out of here.
You can't. So he sent me this video, and I was like, okay, Tony, whatever. It's about this struggling artist. As I write a movie about a struggling artist. No, I was like, oh, here's a struggling artist. Oh, he becomes a chef, and he's on his journey of self-discovery, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. Like, I wasn't like angry at the trailer. I was like, okay, great. Here we go. I was fine with it. And then at the very end, they're like, what's your name? He's like, my name? Anthony Bourdain. And I was like, what the fuck? That's what this trailer's about? It's about Anthony Bourdain? I didn't know this was a fucking biopic or movie about someone in real life. I thought it was just like a fucking story that was made up. And then here he goes dropping this fucking mic saying Anthony Bourdain. My jaw literally dropped to the floor. I couldn't believe it.
That's
hilarious. Because first off, like, obviously I already knew I already knew what the movie was about. I actually was watching the trailer like on Instagram, and I have like brain rot. So like 30 seconds into the trailer, I was like, scroll. I didn't even finish watching it. And it has all the pieces that I like. Like, I want to see all these people. I can see this movie, and I really like Homeboy. So I'm like, I kind of want to see more of his movies. That's good. That's all I need. I don't need to see the whole trailer. I'm already gonna go see.
I think I saw it because I'm a fan of the director, and I was like, I was like very much like, because I'm into him right now, and I'm just like, I'm soaking everything in. Like, why that shot? Why that frame? Why that color? Why this angle? Why this dialogue?
Why this
are we
story?
doing?
I guess. Again, having not seen Blackberry, but understanding what it's about, he's obviously done this kind of backstory before. So I'm curious. It does, like, the story itself, and like you were saying, the way that it's being told. I mean, feels like a little by the.
But numbers. You know what was by the numbers a little bit? I feel like was the Blackberry trailer too. Like when you watch it, it feels like a marketing team has got their hand on it. They're like, how the fuck are we going to promote this thing? Let's just do it kind of like, similar beats, people that are used to. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I don't know. I think it is a moment of like, let's wait and see. I feel like he's going to deliver like a thesis or a through line or something that it all kind of has like a spine to. But
he's going to go back in time and save Anthony Bourdain.
I was going to say it has to have something a little more meat on its bones, because it almost feels disrespectful. Like in the way that the Michael Jackson movie has kind of like really just airbrushed everything.
Oh yeah.
I think Anthony Bourdain was too serious of a person to give us some kind of by the numbers story.
Absolutely.
I
feel like it's promising in that it's focusing on a very small part of his life.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you shaking your head?
I'm just thinking about the moment at the end when he says, I'm Anthony Bourdain. Oh. That shit is still shaking me up. Shit was crazy, dude.
That's crazy.
I love
I love that reaction.
Did you have like an audible reaction to it?
Yes.
What?
I was like, oh.
I mean, to tell you, like, if the Avengers Doomsday trailer doesn't have that response, it's gonna.
I don't know the last time. Maybe when Captain America picked up that hammer.
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
Anthony Bourdain is officially in the MCU. Yeah. No, yeah. I think it focuses on obviously a very specific part of his career as a young up and coming writer / chef. So, and yeah, who doesn't want to see that? Yeah, great.
Let's see. When is it coming out? Doesn't say. August
Surely.
2026.
Whoa.
Miguel, happy birthday.
Thanks. It's not my birthday, but thank you.
Now we're going to get in the part of the podcast where we talk about
what we're into.
What have you guys been into lately?
Oh my gosh.
Nothing that lives up to that. My God.
I'll give you the quick update. I've been doing the Marvel movies with my boy, and we finished Thor Ragnarok this last week. And I got to share with you guys. I think I've mentioned it here already, but I got to, reveal that the Hulk was in that movie for the first time with my boy. He didn't know it was going to happen. It was a really great moment, but we finished Thor Ragnarok, and I told him, I was like, well, listen, Thor Ragnarok leads right into Infinity War. So we got to start Infinity War. We should just do it tonight. And he was like, yeah, my wife was sitting with us too. And I was just like, I've seen it so many times. I just kind of forgot how scary that opening scene of Infinity War is. It's like they really tell you Thanos is like not to be fucked with. And so he immediately was like, I think I'm too young for this movie. And I felt kind of bad for a minute. I was like, oh fuck, I'm sorry. But it's funny because I've got like Kristen on one shoulder and Ed on another. And so like my wife is telling me, we don't need to do this right now, but then I've got Ed that's like, well, you already fucking started it, so you should finish it. And so, and I like,
don't bring me into this.
I just have the sense of like, well, we already kind of started, like we should just do it. And if he's a little scared, it's not Jurassic Park, you know what I mean? It's not like people getting like shredded apart.
I mean, he crushes a man's head. That's pretty, or neck. That was pretty crazy. I mean, not to shame or anything. I'm just sorry. I'm just thinking out loud. Like
he did cover his eyes in that point. And I was like, well, look, and I said, listen, let's watch the next scene. Because the next scene is Iron Man, Spider-Man. It's very Avenger-y.
Yeah. It's all
I was
like
let's, yeah, it's like get back to the MCU vibes. And I was like, let's watch that scene before bed. Cause this was all before bed too.
Oh yeah.
And, we did that, and then the next night or so, we watched more of Infinity War. With him, it's very like, we have to do it kind of like an acts. Like you can, if we can sit through the whole movie, great. But these two movies especially are pretty long, so
yeah,
we usually have to kind of find a stopping point, like a TV show. But we got like all the way to Wakanda, and he was like, he came up to me at one point. And he was like, "Dad, this movie's called Infinity War." And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Where's the war?" I was like, dude, it's coming, bro. It's coming.
Where's
they're setting this up. And so like we got to like basically like Wakanda forever. And I was like, okay, let's come back. And then he got real scared during like all of the aliens like attacking and everything. He was like, that's when he said it again. Like, I think I'm too young for this movie. I think I need to be older. I think I need to be your age, Daddy. And I was like, you don't need to be 30 to see this movie. It's going to be okay. I'm not 30. But believe it or not, like earlier today, because we had a snow day today, I was like, do you want to just finish this movie? And he was like, yeah. I was like, okay, we gotta, So all that backstory to say is we finally got to the end, and we got to live the moments of like these characters. And what's crazy is, that this like joke of like a child at a certain point just doesn't have memories. And so like, when they're 5 or whatever, it's like they come into existence. You're like, whoa. And then all of a sudden I'd shown him clips from Endgame before because I was just watching them on YouTube, and I thought he was too young to remember them, but he goes, oh yeah, I know exactly what's about to happen. I was like, fuck, I fucked this for you. Cause he was like, no, Iron Man doesn't die in this movie. And I was like, okay. I was like, listen, man, just because something's going to happen doesn't mean, because the build up to all these moments still impacted him in the movie.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, even though just watch. And sometimes he starts to talk about like, don't talk right now, just watch. This is like the scene. But he locked in, and I thought he was going to be like scared or sad when these characters started dying, but he was just like, no, I get it. And I was like, yeah. And I was trying to explain to him the concept of like a part 1 and part 2. And I was like, this is not the whole story. The story is going to keep going, and they are going to try to save everyone. Right. And he was like, yeah. And so we finished Infinity War. We started Endgame today. We're in the end game now.
Yeah.
All that, I'm really just giving you guys the backstory of my son watching it, but me watching it again, I just want to reiterate, Doctor Strange is like my least favorite character in these movies. His dialogue is, I don't know if it's his dialogue is bad or respectfully, if like Benedict Cumberbatch is just like not the guy for this role. I think there are moments that work for him and across the MCU, but just the dialogue in Infinity War is just like woof. Like when Thanos shows up on Titan, he goes, "Oh yeah, that's right. You're much more of a Thanos." And I was like, "What kind of fucking line of dialogue is this? This is horrible, horrible."
It's his stiff American accent.
What if it was American? That's right. He's American.
He's like, he's like, you might want to put that time stone in your back pocket. And he's like, maybe I want to use it. And then I keep thinking, what if Joaquin Phoenix was doing this? I don't think that would have been any better.
That's literally what I was about to say. I was running the other day, and for whatever reason, I started thinking about that in a park. Like I was on my run.
Where to? You know?
I was running away. I was thinking, what you know. I know Joaquin Phoenix would never have done it, but like, what if he had done it? How would have the general Marvel fanverse have embraced his take on Doctor Strange? Would that have been any better? Like, I appreciate that, like, Benedict Cumberbatch has a certain poise.
He's theatrical.
Yeah, I just rewatched Spider-Man: No Way Home, and I guess that's why I was thinking about it. But yeah, it's an interesting one.
I don't think Joaquin Phoenix would have done.
I hate his beard. His beard sucks.
Oh, I know. And there's a moment where him and Tony Stark are like face to face, and I'm just like, both your beards are like, two sides of a coin here.
Downey pulls it off.
A little bit of their dialogue back and forth was fine. Like, I like that they don't really like each other, so that kind of works for me. Yeah. But just so much of his dialogue, I'm like, oof, I do not like this at all. His action is cool, and like his story beats are cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's about it for me. But yeah, no, I loved rewatching Infinity War through the lens of my son. It's like, yeah, Thanos is scary. And I just was thinking about, like, before this movie came out, how the Russo brothers were like, you know, this is like our Darth Vader. Like, he's going to, like, this character is going to be iconic. And I think that's true. I do think some of the CGI in the next 10 years, we're going to look back and be like, you know, of its time, you know?
Yeah.
Which is kind of hard when so much of it is on, you know, these green screens and things like that. But yeah, no, it was a good lead up. I was trying to tell him, like, dude, the heroes have to lose sometimes. Like, otherwise, what's the point? You know, if they win every single time, that's boring. And so I'm trying to, like, expose him to that.
That's why Endgame, it starts with them at the bottom and them dealing with loss and like all that stuff. And it's like, so human, and it's awesome.
I thought he was kind of getting lost in, like, the talkiness of the first act of that movie, but I was trying to explain to him, like he goes, "Oh, Tony has a daughter." I was like, "Yeah, so he doesn't want to do the like this whole time. He doesn't want to snap everyone back because he's afraid." And he was like, "He's afraid he's going to lose his daughter." And I was like, "Yes, okay, you're paying attention. Yeah, all right." So. And we're right in the middle. Actually, we watched a lot more over the next, but we're right in the middle of all the time heist stuff right now. We're about halfway through the movie. Cool. So yeah, no, he's into it. I think
that's gotta be fun, especially since you've watched the older movies. You're like, oh shit, we just saw the Avengers. Oh shit, we just saw this. You know,
I thought that was going to confuse him at first, because like they go right as they jump into the time portal for the very first time, they cut to that shot in Avengers where they're like circling each other, which obviously is there's the callback to the movie. But I thought he was going to think that was them, like, assembling, and so I was trying to explain, this is from the Avengers. This is not them right now. He's like, I understand. And I was like, oh, okay, you're paying attention, dude. You're locked in.
That's good.
So yeah, no, he's getting it, and I'm like, they're going back trying to steal all these stones back and try to save everyone. He's like, okay, and we saw Gamora die in Infinity War, and I don't think he understands that they're going back to get the Soul Stone with
shit,
Hawkeye and Black Widow.
Yeah.
And so I'm kind of just like, all right, I don't know. Cause like Gamora is one thing, because like we've seen the Guardians, but it's like we've watched a ton of Avengers movies by this point. And it's like, I wonder if he's gonna feel something about that. But I'll tell you guys next week when we finish Endgame. So
damn, what an update. I love it.
I know. I'm excited. We're almost there.
All right, Ed, Lord of the Flies. How is it?
I'm enjoying it. It's a BBC series, 4 episodes, but it's on Netflix now, and the Yeah, I mean, it's been obviously a minute since I read the book. Did you guys read it in school? Is that?
Yeah.
I was talking to Sarah about this. But yeah, it's been a minute, so I didn't remember most of it, if I'm being honest. But I think this series does a really good job. It is like shot in a way that feels like almost like Apocalypse Now. I don't know, like the Thin Red Line, just kind of like this very serene but also very troubling and chaotic visuals with these young boys that are stranded on this island. And the kid actors, I feel like, do a very good job at embodying this kind of like this situation, like, and how the story unfolds, as most of us will know if you've read the book. So it does a good job at never feeling too hokey or just like put on. It feels very like grounded. Visually, they do a lot of heavy lifting of setting, like creating that atmosphere of unease and this like toxic masculinity that's evolving through these kids. And you've got to keep in mind this is like in maybe the 50s or something when this happens, or the 40s, I can't remember. But so it's very different attitudes of how young men are supposed to behave and act and stuff like that. So it's like that toxic masculinity with the blissful ignorance of youth, all colliding. And they do a good job of keeping you invested. They've split it up into 4 chapters with the perspective of one kid per chapter. So like the first chapter is Piggy, the next one is Jack, the third one is Simon, and the last one is Ralph. And I think it's been a good balance without feeling cluttered or a little distracted. It just really does a good, and it is pretty intense. I'll say that it's not an easy watch. Like after the second episode, I needed a break because it was like getting bleak, and then it gets bleaker still in the third episode. I still got one more to watch, but.
I was going to ask because you mentioned reading it in school. And I'm trying to remember like when we would have read that. I want to say maybe like 5th or 6th grade. So I was going to ask, like, do you think it's like appropriate for your kid to watch?
No.
But no. Sounds like no.
They definitely need to be like a little older because I think it's that you're holding a lens to that kind of behavior.
Yeah.
Which they're currently living in. Like, I was at soccer practice this afternoon, and I was like, you fucking animals.
Ed, maybe I need to talk to you off the podcast, but we had a very similar soccer practice recently. So I want to talk to you about that dad to dad, because it is kind of, we're in a new phase of like childhood. And
yes
we as parents are, on our side, we're having some thoughts about it. So, tell me why I got beef with the kid now. You know what I mean? Like, what? Like, damn, man, fuck you, kid. But sorry, man, don't mean to stop.
No. But all that to say, so far I've got one more episode. It's very short. They're like an hour long each. The episodes, like a full hour.
Nice.
But
where is it?
Netflix.
Okay.
Yeah. But no, I feel like some of the CGI lets it down, but I think the story is so compelling that it's a minor nitpick, to be honest. But yeah, it's competently done by the cast and the crew and the writers. Like the music feels like something out of a Paul Thomas Anderson movie.
In a bad way.
No. Like no, in a good way. It's
Which
just
one?
like a little, sometimes like a little disconcerting, a little.
If you don't fucking
weird.
answer Luis's question right now, all right?
Oh, sorry. What was the question?
You said it sounds like a Paul Thomas Anderson movie. The music.
You said which one?
Well, yeah. What Paul Thomas Anderson? What's the vibe?
Like There Will Be Blood and The Master.
Okay, there you go, Luis. Now shut up.
He lost it. Yeah. You spin around like that? Did you hear that, Luis? Did you hear any of that?
No.
Okay.
Move on.
Kind of like The Master and There
fine.
Will Be Blood.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I also went and saw Hokum last night.
Oh, wait, I'm so sorry. Before you move on, I did have one quick question that relates to this. This before you move on. Don't get mad at me. I'm trying to relate to you.
Go.
Watching the Lord of the Flies trailer, it's like, okay, obviously the book's been done. They've done the movie before. Have you seen the new? I'm sorry if you've talked about it on the pod already. You know me, I don't ever listen. Have you seen the new Amadeus trailer for the Stars TV show?
Yeah, with Paul Bettany.
Yeah, and the kid from White Lotus season 2, he's playing Amadeus.
Yeah.
I was just curious, did you see that, and are you interested in watching that at all, or is it kind of like
watching the show because I really like the story?
Okay, yeah, I was going to say, or were you going to be too precious? That's what I was concerned. Like, no, the movie's brilliant.
I think it's, if anything, just tempered my expectations.
Okay,
but I welcome a chance to explore that story further. I know it's based on the same material, so
right.
They've done some different things, and seeing Paul Bettany as Salieri is tantalizing enough.
Thank God he's not stuck in the Marvel universe.
The Marvel universe, right?
Okay, yeah. Cool. No, I just wanted to ping on that just real quick. Go ahead. You saw Hadouken or something?
Yeah. Added so many syllables to that. Hokum is a horror movie that came out this last weekend with Adam Scott. And Adam Scott is a writer who flies to Ireland to spread the ashes of his parents near this at a tree near this hotel that they went to for their honeymoon. Those are things that happen. Okay. And there's this hotel he believes or is told is haunted by a witch. And those are the things. Those are the elements to the story. It's a horror movie, but I think that's about as deep as it goes for me. I found this movie a little frustrating.
Okay. I thought you were trying to save us from the spoilies. So
I think it's effective in its jump scares, but the overall there's some stuff with his parents that every horror hero has a trauma kind of thing. Yeah. And it's a pretty intense one, I will say that, but it's surface level. It's just kind of presented to you and you're supposed to accept it as the thing that... Now, I think there was a little maybe thing, that an element to it that maybe I didn't consider that might change how I view it, but overall I just found it frustrating. I felt like the whole thing with the parents is irrelevant to the grander threat of this witch who is haunting the hotel. Nothing is necessarily, explained to a satisfying degree. Not that I need it spoon-fed to me, but have a little bit of resolution. Sure. Every resolution that you do get just feels like a little ham-fisted. So Adam Scott was good, but his character is a dick from the get-go. He's just a dick the whole way, and so he's kind of hard to root for. And you don't get enough of any of the other characters to really care about them either. There are some cool tense moments. There are some nice setups, especially within this, the geography of this hotel. And there are some tense moments where I was, afraid. But the overall story left me a little disappointed, and I definitely wanted more from it. So overall, this wasn't a movie I was really excited for, but I had been hearing good things and thought I'd give it a go, since I've been on such a horror kick. But yeah, it just kind of didn't hit the mark for me.
Hokum was Hokum.
Hokum was a bit of Hokum. Yeah. And maybe that's the point. And maybe that went over my head. And maybe I'm an idiot, but I didn't enjoy it.
That's fair.
That as much. Anyway.
Honestly,
what I did
it makes me feel good that maybe
you don't need to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What I did enjoy was the last 2 episodes of more Shadow Lord, and without any spoilers, so to say, if you enjoy the Star Wars animation, this doesn't disappoint. And there's a cool showdown. That's all I'll say.
Love it.
It's fun.
I'm not going to see it, but I love it for you.
I know.
You know?
I'm hoping Luis
they made it
will
into a
at some
video
point.
game just for you.
I was thinking about you saying that earlier today, Luis, and I was like, damn, maybe I will go back and watch, because like I keep seeing people want Cal Kestis in that Star Wars game to have like a movie or a TV show or something.
Right.
And today someone was like, Will Poulter, what's his name, the eyebrows guy, he was throwing his hat in the ring and he was like, I could play that character. And
We
people
already
were
have a
like,
guy.
what? They were like, the guy's right there, what are you talking about? But I was kind of like, if they didn't get him, like, yeah, I do kind of see he would work for that character. I think he would be pretty good. But
it looks literally like the guy.
it
who's
is, no, I
playing
know,
the
I know, it is like kind
It's
of
crazy,
a waste. But yeah. No, I was just thinking today, I was like, man, maybe we should go back and play those games, man. I do love a Star Wars game. So
Yeah.
Actually, can I interrupt real quick before Luis or Ed gets on back with what they're into? So right now we're playing Fortnite and we're doing these Star Wars games, and the group that I play with is you guys and a few other guys, and everyone's really excited for these Star Wars levels, and I gotta say, me not so much. This is like every time we play these like Star Wars levels in Fortnite, I'm just kind of like, can we get back to the game? Like I just want to go.
The murder.
Can we
or
get
the ghost
back
room?
to the good part? Like that's
I just like when we go back to Battle Royale, I'm like, oh, thank God, it's like a breath of fresh air for me, because I'm like, yes, which is hilarious because it's like this is the most stale thing ever. Like Fortnite is, but Star Wars, it's like I get it, we're excited and we're doing the things, and a lot of people are comparing one of the levels to the Battlefront games, and so I think people are really excited about that. And the people we play with are really good. Eric is really good. He's showing
really
out every time, and I'm having fun playing with the group. But it's one of those things where I'm like, can we kind of get back to the? Yeah, I wanted to play Fortnite tonight.
Wow. You guys remember all those times you wanted to play Ghost Story or whatever? I think you just described exactly how I felt every time.
You're not wrong, and I'm not.
You
I'm
went
not gonna,
through like such a Ghost Story phase.
It was, but you know what though? There was a time where you were getting a lot of good XP from that, and now you just don't anymore. So now I don't even want to play those.
Yeah.
But to your point, Ed, that's fair. And I feel like
at least with Star Wars, you're shooting something.
Yeah, but I also feel like we didn't really push the ghost thing on you too much. Like we read the room. We were like, okay, he doesn't want to do this. We didn't. It only felt like we were doing it every time because you only play once every 2 weeks. And so it felt like, we were doing it, but it wasn't. I don't know.
I felt like it was being pushed.
Two different lenses of the truth.
Let's end the night with a nice quiet game of Ghost Story. Well, I hope that for my sake, selfishly, that you will at least play a couple more.
Oh, don't worry, we will.
At the Star Wars rounds, because I want to play it with the group.
If we could ever fucking load in, it takes forever. They're so popular right now that the servers are like overloaded.
Oh, they're so glitchy.
And it's and it's also, we can talk about this later, but it's like let's rehire 1,000 people. Like
at least 500.
This game is getting wonky, dude. Wonky. And it's like, damn, these people were really like the glue that were holding it together. We don't have to talk about Fortnite right now. I'm sorry for Steve.
Luis B.
No.
What's that?
Surprisingly, what I've been into is, hold on, my microphone's acting weird. Surprisingly, what I've been into is a Star Wars video game. Can you hear me still?
Yeah.
Okay. I've never played cozy games at all. Like I'm not a cozy game guy. I'm always like, I want a task. I want it immediately. Give me this thing and whatever. And I've played tycoon games, but for some reason, the droid tycoon game in Star Wars has like scratched this. Yeah, it's scratched this itch for me, which is crazy. I don't really know what it is. Like, I don't know what that feeling is, but it's very much, it's like kind of like a soothing experience where I'm just like collecting and inputting and crafting and inputting. And it's like, I usually hate those games. So I don't know what it is, but I'm having like, I'm understanding this like turn brain off type of game mode. and that's what that is right now. So, but Galactic Siege, yeah, usually it's like I want to go back and play Battle Royale. I think we only did that because we had like 6 people or 7 people on our team.
Yeah.
It was like laser tag. It was like a couple of us were split up into different teams, and so at some points, like I would get eliminated by someone, or then like we would eliminate them. So it was a.
My complaint about that is that as a team, we're all in the team chat, right. And so when they split us up intentionally to be like, you're not on the same teams with each other, but our comms are, and so I'm hearing, like, for example, I'm hearing Steven on the other team and me on this team, and he's like, I'm going to base B or whatever, and it's like, well, now I know to go to fucking B because that's where you're going.
I know.
It defeats the purpose of this like game that we're playing.
I didn't realize that was happening. That's
I mean, and maybe we could split it up like manually or something.
I bet there's a way.
Or like mute whoever is like not on your team, on your chat or whatever. But it's just kind of like, I wish the game would just do that for you, because it's like, then it's like exciting. And there are times when like Luis was playing last night, no mic, and so I would get killed, and I'd be like, oh fucking, it was Luis. Like I didn't even realize I was like. And that was fun. It's what we should do is honestly just like not get on mic and just play.
Turn the mics off for Star Wars.
Yeah. But anyway, wow.
Speaking of, let's go play Fortnite.
What an episode!
Let's go play Fortnite. What an episode, y'all. Go to our bio, follow us for the Summer Movie Wager. But until then, it's been me, Luis Gonzalez, and with me's been
Miguel Sanchez
and Deadpool.
And until next time, later, Gators. Bye-bye.
Bye.